Ready, set, secure.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm here with Vic, and Vic just wrapped up his series on cloud key management. Uh, Vic, can you tell us what you enjoyed the most about creating the series?
Yeah, funny thing is that, a lot of this was actually kind of new to me, right? So the whole figure out like how to do the whole audio, the video, the recording, it was all just an experience, right? Because I've never done it before. So it was all really learning experience for me. So just kind of going through that process and kind of putting my thoughts together and making sure and trying to keep it down, because I think we talked about like trying to keep it within 3 to 5 minutes, and then it became 7, and now it became 10 minutes. Trying to console all the information, trying to, so yeah, it was great. It was a great learning experience for me.
Oh, that's awesome. When you were creating this series, other than the audio challenges, getting back to the specific tech itself, what did you feel was the most what do you feel is the most challenging part about implementing any of these key management solutions in your environments?
Once you figure out the technology, it's not the technology that's the hardest part. A lot of it's kind of taking that technology and how do you apply the technology and implement it into your organization around, the different people and processes that you have around your internal security policies and controls and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of more the challenges around the technology, if not so much the technology, but how do you implement it into your organization around the different processes and the people that you have.
Yeah, oftentimes the deploying and implementing the tech is the easy part, and then actually adopting it and operationalizing it becomes the hard part throughout the organization.
Exactly. So yeah.
Was there anything that you didn't cover that in the series that you wish you had the chance to go through?
Oh man, I think there was a lot that I just didn't get the time to cover, just because we were trying to consolidate into a small amount of time that people can just consume, right?
Right.
We're all just kind of working from home. As I kind of think about each one of them, if I think about the AWS KMS video around, as one of the NIF KMS options, I could probably dig a little bit more as far as how encryption works. I didn't get a chance to talk about, grants, which is another type of, how do you manage access to your keys versus key policies. With bring your own keys, I just kind of scratched the surface really. I didn't get to touch about it, like, how do you ingest all the logs? I didn't get to talk about reporting, administrative or anything like that. For bring your own encryption, again, right, I only touched the surface. I didn't get to talk about like how do you generate your key, how do you put that together into a policy, how do you actually do the encryption, because in the video and the demo I really just kind of skip all that and just kind of jumped into the how do you control access and stuff like that. Same thing for hold your own key, right? So I really just kind of scratched the surface, and I wish I had more time to kind of give more information, but given the time that was granted.
That's a good point. And kind of getting back to the tech itself, and then, the operationalization piece, if that's even a word. Mm-hmm. There's a lot more to getting the tech stood up than just implementing the specific solution. There's a lot more that goes into it.
Right. Yeah. So, having the time to just kind of talk about some of the challenges that I've experienced in the past, some of the process of implementing the technology and how to manage it, long-term stuff like that. So,
mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Is there anything else you want to cover before we wrap up?
I think the last thing that I'll say is that, as we look at all these different options, sometimes we think about like, which option should I go with, right? And it's not really just, which option should I go with, but it's really understanding all the different options that are available to you. So that way you can understand, based on your environment and the workload and maybe the type of data classification that you have, you're able to apply the right set of controls. So be able to understand all the different key management options that are available to you, have these, as part of your, arsenal, right? Be able to have, be able to leverage any one of these based on your workload and data classification.
Awesome. Well, Vic, thanks for putting all this together. I enjoyed the series, and I hope everyone following along enjoyed it. And hopefully we'll be seeing more from you in the future.
Yeah, same here.
Thanks everybody. Take care.